What's up, YouTube? So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Miami Dolphins offense from our game against the Baltimore Ravens. Obviously, a great win. I am starting from where Tua came in. I'm not going to watch the whole game as far as our offense goes because honestly, most of the game, our offense really didn't show shit really until that fourth quarter, and Tua came in the third. So yeah, that's where we're gonna pick it up from. And I wasn't even gonna watch the offense. I wasn't gonna do a video on them at all. But there were some things that happened in the second half that I kind of want to talk on. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So we got us in the pistol. Albert Wilson in motion. Now, one thing I will say too, as far as game plan goes, it does seem as though we came into this game with the idea of getting Albert Wilson more involved, which is something I'm a big fan of. If you've been watching my film sessions week to week, or even if you just watch the film yourself, you would see that Albert Wilson is getting open way more often than he was actually being targeted. So it was good to see him getting more involved. Good throw from Tua. Pretty clean pocket. Come on. All right, here we go. Yeah, just nowhere to really go there. Offensive line really collapsed here. And this is something I'm going to talk about later in the film session too. Particularly on a particular touchdown that didn't count. I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. With Robert Hunt. The Dallas Cowboys, they've been doing this thing this year where they've been bringing in some of their backup offensive linemen in at fullback. They've really been doing it heavily with Connor McGovern, and even with Lael Collins when he was coming back, and they didn't feel he was like fully ready to go, ready to start yet. They actually put him and Connor McGovern both at fullback, and they called it like the Hulk package, I think is what Kellen Moore said it was called. I think that is something that's pretty interesting, especially with how bad our offensive line is, both in run blocking and pass blocking. I think it could be kind of interesting if we brought in an extra offensive lineman, either directly on the line like a tight end, or line him in the backfield as a fullback. I think that could be really interesting. I would like to do that with Robert Jones, but after also seeing what Robert Hunt did, and him getting the kind of play that he got, I wouldn't mind for certain packages putting Robert Jones at right guard and putting Robert Hunt at fullback, just sliding him back. That way you have 6 offensive linemen to try to make some space, try to pass protect. I think that could really be good for us. Just trying to find some sort of way of getting some push and protecting our quarterback. Then who knows, maybe we can toss him a ball at that point too. Because right there, I mean, the offensive line just gets their ass whooped and there's just nowhere for him to go. And it's been like this for 2 years now. Actually, really even longer. When was the last time we really had a good offensive line? I can't remember. Yeah, I think his hand just slipped here. I think he just lost control of the football. I mean, that can happen anyway, let alone when you got a broken finger, because Gesicki was wide open. pretty decent pocket. He's not looking there, but he does have Waddle right there. And we're gonna get a punt. Yeah, we had a false start. That's whatever. All right. All right, two in the shotgun. Smythe's gonna go in motion, single high safety. Good job from Tua here. Even through contact, even with pressure in his face, he's able to get rid of the ball and able to get it to Albert Wilson. Now, I would like Tua to see this a little bit faster. That ball should really be coming out right now, but he's really looking toward Waddle there. It takes him a little bit longer to see it. These are the certain things that really need to be kind of worked out a little bit more with him. Is just seeing things faster. And Brissett is even worse at it. Everything that Tua struggles with, Brissett is like 10 times worse at. All right, we got Gaskin in motion. Not mad at that. Pretty good throw. Try to get to Albert Wilson, see if he can't make somebody miss. I feel that. I think he was more or less throwing it away there. Offensive line really collapsed. Why did he run free? Alright, cool. What's Austin Jackson doing? Not much. Because he goes right through the B gap between Hunt and Jesse Davis. Man, he just gets rid of it. Avoid the sack. Yeah. This is why I wasn't originally going to do a film session on our offense, but there's a couple plays here that I feel like I have to talk about. Alright, I guess it's just going to be blurry in the beginning. Nah. This play's got to be corrected, dude. This is one of the ones I wanted to... I even looked at this play before I started recording. What the fuck, dude? It was not blurry like this. Alright, we're gonna... I fucking hate Game Pass, dude. It's such a waste of money. The NFL are thieves, dude. I'm telling you. Fucking thieves. Finally, Jesus Christ. Alright, so I love this play design. I actually have my own little playbook. I put together offense and defense. Two separate ones, obviously. Don't ever plan on doing nothing with it, but it's just something fun I like to do when I see something creative pop up that I like to add to it, and this definitely went into it. We're going to hand it off to Gaskin. Gaskin is going to flip it back to Tua to make this look like a flea flicker. But it's not. I mean, I guess it technically still is. But generally with a flea flicker, you're expecting Tua to throw this ball deep again. You're expecting him to like go over here, which to be fair, that is open. But instead, because, you know, they're expecting the deep pass, they're not expecting it to go to Gaskin again. The defenders just kind of let Gaskin slip past him. And Tua's just able to get that ball to him really easily to get some yak. I wouldn't mind doing this play again, exactly the same play, doing it like this one time, and then doing it a third time and taking the deep shot with Albert Wilson. See what happens. Set people up through your film. Yeah, that's one of the two plays that made me want to even do this film session. Because otherwise, I was just going to do 2 defense ones. But I was just so impressed with that. I felt like I had to do an offensive film session just for that. This is a really well-blocked screen as well. Gaskin finishes it. We do get a flag. And that is one thing that is still continuing to plague us is those penalties, man. All right, we got Ahmed back there. All right, so let's take a look at this. So Tua looks over to Albert Wilson, but he doesn't take it. Now, I don't know. This is what I've been talking about before. I don't know if he's actually allowed to throw to this or if he's just being told to look this way. Because Albert Wilson is open, to be fair. But he looks downfield and takes the better option. Now, I don't know if that's Tua actually going through his reads, like I think it is, or if it's the coaching staff saying, hey, look to Albert Wilson first to draw in the safeties. Maybe they're starting to hold his hand less. Also, I am all for this. I'd like to do these types of plays with Waddle more, too. Just really let him and Albert Wilson just use their speed and ability to make people miss in open space like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's the PI on them. Getting nowhere. Absolutely no push. But especially in, these situations, we have our standard 5 offensive linemen. I mean, we do bring in Christian Wilkins, and that's cool. But imagine instead of Christian Wilkins, if this was Robert Jones, another offensive lineman who's actually a little bit bigger than Christian Wilkins, and his job is actually to block. You know what I'm saying? I understand that putting in a defensive tackle is a known thing to do, obviously the fridge and stuff like that. The Chiefs were known to do that with Poe. It's a known thing to do, but I like the idea of doing this with Robert Jones instead. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's actually supposed to be blocking, and not just doing it on the goal line, but just making it a regular part of the offense. Not every snap, obviously, but have that just be a part of it. Mainly because of how bad our offensive line is. I mean, anything can help. That's just an athletic player right there. Fucking Game Pass. Come on. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the play call here either. It's really tough when we can't run the ball. Because when you get really close to the goal line like this, it's really when you wish you had some power to your offense. But I think adding an extra offensive lineman might help you get a little bit more power. But again, these penalties, bro. We can't be having shit like that. Like, our offense struggles already. You can't hurt them more by getting stupid penalties. And we've continued to see that all year. Like, we would finally get a drive going, and we'll just have either a stupid penalty or a stupid drop or someone will give up an easy sack or something stupid to set us back and kill the drive. Like, that's just something that just keeps happening. Good throw. But doesn't matter. That play's awesome. Let me go back because Game Pass fucking skipped it too fast. But so I wouldn't mind getting Robert Jones an actual play in the playbook. So when I seen this live, Waddle's wide open. This could be something like we give him this same look another week and just give it to Waddle. That might be a thing. But also, I wouldn't mind, actually designing a play for Robert Hunt. Like I said, put Robert Jones at guard and like maybe pull Robert Hunt back to fullback and let him actually get the ball legit. But when I seen this play live, I had two thoughts. One, that's hilarious. And two, I was also annoyed because of how many penalties we had, like right there in the red zone, and it's been a thing all year. So, like, while it was funny, I was also, like, screaming at Robert Jones, you dumb motherfucker. Like, this is such a basic rule. It was funny, but it was also frustrating. But I was surprised by the athleticism, I will say. I'm not a big fan of the goal line fade. I mean, if you're going to do it, then Matt Collins is probably the person to do it. Well, really, you should be doing it with Gesicki, but I just don't really like the goal line fade as a play. I think it's stupid, and it very rarely works. Then again, though, not very many plays that close to the goal line do work. Especially passing plays. Really the thing that works is, running the football, but that's not really an option for us. Alright, Albert Wilson in motion. I'm going to get Smythe. Let's Smythe get open like that. So we're going to pull Albert Wilson in motion. That's going to pull this DB with him. We're reading this defender. I see. So we're making it look like this is either an RPO or a read option. So that freezes this defender to allow Smythe to run right past him. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool play design in this game. Albert Wilson in motion. Ahmed at running back. Yeah. So, good on Liam for falling on this, but, bro, he just barely even tries to get a hand on him. And look what he does. Like, he guesses to the inside, and that's what allows him to take the outside. So, yeah, good on you for falling on the ball, good heads-up play, but you're the reason that he got hit like that anyway. Now, there was another guy that got free. Let's take a look at that. He's the read. He's supposed to go free. But definitely the guy on Liam's side was not supposed to. Alright. Gesicki in motion. Little draw. And that's one thing I'd like to see us do a lot too, just because we are forced to throw the football so much because of our bad offensive line. Some more draws I wouldn't hate. Just kind of sprinkled in there. I hate the draw play when like people try to do a draw on like 3rd and 15. I hate those, but if we can do it on like a 1st or 2nd down or something, I'm down for it. Good throw to Ford there. I don't know if that was actually meant for Ford. Okay, I was about to say you should get it to Waddle, but Waddle did stumble here. I can understand why Tua wouldn't throw to him in that situation. That makes sense. He is more open, but he stumbled. And when Tua was starting his throwing motion, you don't know if he's going to actually fully fall, if he's going to catch his balance enough. It's better to just get it to Ford in that situation. Oh, I got you. I'm trying to get him to jump off sides. I got you. Yeah, let me just punt after that. By the way, I said it earlier, like during the streams or whatever. One thing I do want in this offseason is like a designated return man. I know we had Grant just before, but you know he had a problem with putting the football on the ground. But I want just a return man, not someone who is supposed to do receiver, running back, or corner things. Of course, if you know a bunch of injuries happen, he can step in or whatever. But I really want a good returning wide receiver or something, because I don't like the idea of Javon Holland or Jalen Waddle doing return duties. I don't want to risk the injury. Now, if you want to use Waddle for return in like clutch situations, like you know, 4th quarter, trying to get the W, something like that, then I'm okay with it. But I'm not trying to have them out there at a regular basis. So, yeah, that's my thing. You can kind of think of it how, like, Pittsburgh used to do it with Antonio Brown. Like, you didn't want him to be returning the ball all the time, despite how good he was at it. You just wanted him in there in, like, the clutch situations, you know? Nowhere to go with that. Fantastic. So we're looking at cover 3 here. Yeah, this is zone. We're going to get Albert Wilson in motion. No one trails him. And this safety comes down. So this means that this safety is the only one that even has a line at Albert Wilson. That's just best case scenario right there. You can't ask for better than that. But like, right here, right? Because Adam Shaheen is our best blocking tight end. Could you imagine doing a set like you take out Smythe and put like Robert Jones either right here at fullback or even right where Smythe is, just have an extra offensive lineman and then have Shaheen out there too. Then maybe move Gesicki over one spot and just kind of line him up at receiver opposite of Mac Hollins. That could be really cool. That could be interesting. Like, let's take a look at this. Like, Smythe puts a decent block there, but imagine if that's Robert Jones. You know? Just thinking. Nowhere to go. And I'm not saying that Robert Jones is like this amazing player or anything like that. I don't think it would like make or break our offensive line, but anything has got to be better than what we've got, right? Flag. All right, Albert Wilson in motion. We were getting him in motion a lot. Good run from Gaskin there. So now this does also reveal man coverage because this guy's having to trail Albert Wilson. Good job from Austin Jackson climbing and making his block. Reader is sealing his side. Liam's doing his job. Leaves a nice gap, right up B gap for him. Very nice. If only we can get any kind of consistency doing shit like that. Alright, Smythe in motion, revealing man-to-man. Yep. Got on that last play. Let's see what we got here. Come on, clear up. Please. Come on, you sack of shit. Bro, this is so bad. Game Pass doesn't even work anymore. Alright, man, we're gonna have to watch it like that. You know, QB Snake, yay. Whoop-de-doo. Thanks, Game Pass. Yeah, we're just gonna kneel it, so. Yeah. Sucks that that's the, You know what? Let's end it with a fucking PAT. Because I don't want to end it off that shit. Can I get, like, clear picture? Okay. Let's at least end it with a clear picture play. Never mind. Game Pass fucks that up, too. Okay, cool. I didn't mean to open Steam. Yeah, so that's fun, besides, you know, Game Pass being retarded again. But, yeah. Great win. Offense definitely did look better with Tua. Obviously, some things to work out. I think our play calling is starting to improve. I think they're starting to trust Tua a little bit more as well. And yeah, hopefully our offense can continue to click a little bit more. Definitely need to make some moves in the offseason for sure. Fix up this offensive line and stuff. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.